Well, I was walking down the street, feeling kind neat, when the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Oh, it was a sight to see, my hair flying in the breeze, 'cause the wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. People started laughing, they couldn't believe their eyes as my wig flew through the sky. Oh, what a surprise. I tried to catch it, but it slipped right through my hands, 'cause the wind came out your butt and now it's somewhere in the land. Oh, wind came out your butt and blew my wig off. Baby, you drive like shit. Did you see that car that you almost hit? I'd rather take the bus instead. Riding with you, I'm gonna end up dead. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. She just ran through, always stop. I ain't trying to get stopped by the cops. Baby, why the hell did I let you drive? It's a miracle that you're still alive. Don't ask me if I need a lift. Baby, you drive like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. Look out, my girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whoa, 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 whoa. My girl is driving. Watch out, my girl drives like shit. Whooping ain't over. Heard you think you're tough. Gotta let you know I will fuck you up. I whoop that ass, talking all that shit, spank that ass till you tap like a bitch. No, I ain't playing, I'm here to kick ass. Whoop that ass, it's time to punch face. I'm the one who brings you pain in the ring. I whoop that ass until the bell rings. Already know that I do not play. Throw a punch like I'm cutting down hay. I whoop that ass every single night. Spank that ass till they stop the fight. I'll tell you the story of a man, a radioactive tip in his hand. His hand grew 10 times its normal size to help him get his money on time. He knew if a bitch was telling a lie, which was 100% of the time. Superpowers to make a bitch listen, then get her naked with sex-ray vision. Sweep a police station in a single bound, slapping bitches down to the fucking ground. His name was famous across the land. They called him the pimp named Superhand. Oh shit, yeah, the pimp named Superhand. He had powers no other pimp had. Oh fuck yeah, the pimp named Superhand. That motherfucker was super bad. Asking for dinner ain't asking for much. You had one job and still fucked it up. Sometimes you gotta learn respect. I use my pimp hand to correct. It's called a bitch slap, slap. Come get your face
welcome back, y'all, to another episode on the JVJ Network. We co-hosting tonight, y'all, if y'all didn't know. Our guy, it's me, Let's Talk with JVJ, but we got Miss Alexis from Texas up in the building, too. Say, hey, girl.
Howdy, y'all.
Howdy, she country. I forgot, y'all, she's from Texas. From Texas. That's how they get down there. Do you want me to tell them what we're talking about tonight, or do you want to break it down for them?
Well, I mean, you're co-host, so you got to add yours as well. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to let you speak. Well, what we're talking about tonight is the viral story everybody in these YouTube streets is talking about. I've only listened to a few people about how they felt about it. And I thought, from what I heard, I just wanted to give another point of view. That's it. And also let it be known that these type of situations are serious. Even if it's the truth, or even if it's a lie, these type of situations are serious. So, put that out there for the people to understand that. But yeah, the trophy wife situation, that's what we're going to be discussing.
Right now, y'all heard what she said, so y'all better get on here and get ready to lock in. We are gonna break this thing down, and we're trying to. No, we gonna call it how we see it. That's the best way to put it. Y'all make sure y'all do your boy favor as always, man. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share the videos, turn the notice on y'all way in. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Hi, ladies. Hi, trophies. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new here. If you hear any noise in the background, that's the new baby. A lot has happened since the last time that I recorded. I think the last time you guys saw me, I was in my second trimester, and yeah, I think I did post an update in the community section when the baby was born, and I said that I would be back soon, and that was a few months ago now. I thought that when I came back on here that it would be to maybe do like some kind of newborn favorites or meet my new baby or something like that, but unfortunately it's been a little over a month since I had to end up leaving my husband. I honestly don't even really know where to start with this, just because it's just such a hard topic. And I honestly thought that by the time I got on here that I wouldn't have any tears left because I've just cried so much. It's like I built this channel and this whole brand around being this man's wife and trying to teach other women how to attract good men and provider men and all these different things. And I truly held my husband, or saw him, as the bar for what every woman should, type of man that, or type of husband that every woman should aspire to have. And I didn't realize that the person I married was actually going to be my biggest nightmare. So basically, when I first met my husband, as I've already talked about in another video, I think it was my single mom video, I explained, a little bit about how we met. And I really thought that man was my Prince Charming. So when I first met my husband, I thought that he was my Prince Charming. I thought that he was my knight in shining armor, and he portrayed himself to be this amazing, upright, righteous Christian man. And I believed him. I think shortly after we got married, and this is something that I haven't talked about, I started noticing like certain things changed with him. And I just started to see a few things that I didn't like. But I honestly thought that some of these were things that I could get past.
I'm pausing right there for a second. She put something up on the screen. You're on mute, Lexus.
Yes, it's oh my goodness. And this is another part to where, but it says he gaped me 4 times in the first few months of our marriage.
I want to make sure everybody didn't miss that. I'm sorry for pausing. I'm gonna let her go continue with her story. But I just want to make sure y'all saw that, because she didn't make it big. She made that shit pretty goddamn small. Let's keep going.
It's like sad to even say like I could get past some of these things. I don't even know where to start. 6 weeks ago, I was changing my daughter, my 4-year-old daughter, and I noticed that when I changed her, she was red and very sensitive. And immediately, my first thought was, did someone touch her? Oh God. Gosh. So I asked her, I said, baby, did somebody touch you? And she ended up saying it was Daddy. I felt like my world ended on that day. My husband wasn't home at the time when she told me, but I knew he would be coming home soon, so all I could do was just say, don't tell him that you told me. And I just instantly started trying to think of how I could get my kids out of the house. Because I knew if I confronted him or asked him about it, that he would just lie. And that he would probably just continue to keep doing stuff to her, but just become more covert or more sneaky or whatever. As soon as my husband got home, he was actually picking up the boys from school, my 2 older boys from school. As soon as he got home, I told him that I was gonna go Halloween shopping with my sister because I just needed an excuse to get out of the house with all the kids. And I knew if I said something like, oh, I'm going to the grocery store, that it would be suspicious. Like, why am I bringing all the kids and like packing things, like things that we would need and things like that. So going Halloween shopping was the best thing I could think of to just hurry up and get the kids out of the house. I'm sorry.
I gotta stop right here. How would, and correct me if I'm wrong,
Okay.
it would be weird if you were packing up things and you were going grocery shopping.
No, she said Halloween shopping.
No. I'm about to lead you there.
Okay.
It would have been weird because she said it out of her mouth. It would have been weird if she said she was going grocery shopping and she was packing up things. Why would it not also be weird that you were packing up things and you were going Halloween shopping?
I guess because to some extent, when she said it to me, when it was said and the way I thought about it, I was like, okay, in a sense, because it's clothing and you're taking all the kids with your sister, like that whole family dynamic as far as Halloween shopping, because you're going to be trying on things, you know what I'm saying? Like, when it was, I could see how in a sense she could kind of cover with that. I understood it.
But it's got to be lady logic to me. I'm like, you're going to buy
Yeah,
something.
it's a
why would
female
you
logic,
take-
because as a female, you know, we take, like, okay, well, this is from my mom.
Keep me with it.
Okay, so if I'm doing something, I'm taking stuff with me a lot of times when I move, especially for a certain age group. Her daughters are 2 and 4.
Mhm.
So with us moving around and going Halloween shopping and maybe trying on costumes and stuff, I'm gonna have extra stuff for them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like I'm taking, like with the 2-year-old, you're still, depending on how advanced for your 2-year-old, they still might be in diapers.
Yeah, you gonna have the baby bag, diapers, formula, bibs, stuff like that.
So packing stuff.
But see, that's a question. Was she packing stuff just for? Because I took it as like she's packing stuff, and she's bringing all the kids. Like, because she's packing stuff for all the kids, not just the baby. It makes sense for the baby and the 4-year-old.
Yeah.
The other 2 kids are older. They get picked up from school.
But here's mom's mind, and here's me thinking of also of other people. And if I'm trying to, if I have, like I said, I have a 2 and a 4-year-old, right?
Yeah.
Great slinger. So I can have and the way that she is as a sort of like, you know, the way she looks, she's carrying a big purse anyway.
Yeah, that big old
You know
one you can swing and knock a nigga out with. Yeah.
So, in the bag for the 2 and 4-year-old, I can have a decent size bag.
Yeah, it can be pretty big, like a duffel bag almost.
Yeah, and then put some, you know, switch it. I know how to pack. Like, if I have a big purse, I'm gonna put some essential stuff in there, and then in the, like, And at this moment, for what she was doing, as far as taking them to get checked, all I need is an outfit a piece for everybody. Oh, my bad. My bad. Well,
Right,
but she's
snitching ass.
no, but she said it. She was like, if I'm packing things, so she's planning on doing something. And all I
Yeah,
need right now, until I get done what my plan is at least an outfit a piece for everybody.
gotcha.
You
Gotcha.
feel what I'm saying? I could put an outfit a piece for everybody in a bag for the, you know what
I'm thinking about it because I know she it just sounds crazy. It like the logic just not logic into me. The main reason I say that is because me and you both know what kind of guy she got with. She wanted to provide a guy. She kind of said that a little bit earlier. And obviously she ain't working. She's a stay-at-home wife. Pretty sure she has access to a credit card. Like, ain't nobody gonna think nothing crazy when you said I'm going shopping with the kids. Like, if you swipe in the card and you spend maybe like $200-300, I don't think it'd be a little weird. But you know,
Yeah,
I'm not
but also
judging
no,
it.
but no, but not just but also let me throw out another dynamic. Like I'm like this is I'm only thinking if she's smart. She's with her. She says she with her sister,
Yeah, she
and
said she was gonna. Yeah. Uh-huh.
so when it's look break it down is they going Halloween shopping. It's already following to the holidays. You get with your family. It wouldn't be uncommon, possibly, if they stayed over there for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
True that too. Yeah, I got you. I got you. Look, it's giving time to be away for a while and for all the kids. I get that part of it. But when
that.
it's like packing up clothes, I'm like, you can stop by Walmart and buy some shit. Like, look, they said he went
Yeah.
Halloween shopping. You think he checking the phone or what she swiped the card at? You a stay-at-home wife. I don't think he checking on that type of shit. But
Okay, I see what you're saying. I see what you're
that's
saying.
all I'm getting at. I'm like, lady, you ain't have to pack up nothing. Like, shit, you got that man card. Just go swipe it. Just go swipe it. I'm pretty sure you're not gonna. You just said you're going shopping.
Yeah, but if I'm okay, also think about this. I understand what you're saying, but also think about this. If I'm in the mind of trying to get something done, the least extra I have to do, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, the
Because
better. The better.
yeah, because she, she's really not planning on going shopping.
No, she not. She not. No, she not.
So,
And y'all, I'm sorry. We ain't trying to ruin it for y'all. I'm sorry. I interjected.
but
I'm
no,
gonna keep.
but she's talking. But she broke it. We're in the realm of what because she's saying what her
Yeah.
plan is. So we not spoiling.
Yeah,
it.
we staying on task. We staying on
Yeah.
task. Here go check it out. I'm gonna let her keep going, y'all. I'm gonna let her keep going because y'all, this story gets wild. I'll just put it like that. It gets wild.
Sorry, I had to get myself together. So
Oh, and shout out to Brick Slinger. Salute to Brick Slinger. I saw you in the chat, man. My bad, man. I be forgetting some of these comments sometimes. Shout out to Brick. Brick gang. Better watch out, Brick lady.
when I got to the hospital, they basically told me that we had to go to another hospital because they didn't do physical exams, like that kind of physical exam there. So a police officer escorted the kids and I to another hospital where they were able to evaluate my daughters. It ended up coming out that he had actually been touching both of my daughters, who are only 2 and 4 years old.
You need to leave.
Why you do that? This is serious, Jake. This is serious.
It just seemed like the perfect time. I'm sorry, y'all. We gonna
That
keep
was
going.
good timing. I will give you that.
All right, look. I'm good with time. Just I need to calm it down.
It still feels like a dream. Like when this first happened, I just kept waking up every day and just hoping that this was a dream. Because it's literally my worst nightmare. It's my worst nightmare. I myself am a product of RAPE. That's how I came to be. And was also, abused as a child by a neighbor's husband. And I specifically prayed to God that my children would never, ever, ever have to go through this. And I'm just not quite sure how this happened, why this happened. I just don't know how he was able to get away with it and so sneaky, because with my own trauma, I watch my kids like a hawk. Like, I don't like them sitting on people's laps. None of that. And he knows how much I cannot stand men like him. And to think like I couldn't even go to sleep in my own house and know that my children are safe. Just by me going to sleep, my children were left unprotected. So I don't know what the future of this channel is going to be. I don't know if I'm going to change the name or what. Yeah.
Miss Alexis, you have the floor.
So, when I first saw that, like, I was empathetic, somewhat sympathetic from the standpoint, because I've never been through that, but I have some that sympathetic feeling, the fact that I understand being a mom and being a protector and like having my own just in case plans in effect, you know what I'm saying, just for everyday living. So I was, I felt that she was genuine. The crying and the tears, it really was something that, kind of squeezed on my heart. I don't think, if she lying, she was a good actor, actress in that, but and I don't take back either feeling that way at all. Like, I'm not gonna, just because I said what I said, like, and however this thing play out, like, no spoiler alerts, but we know it's been a lot of talk going on already. However, I do not feel bad about having that emotion. But I don't want to go too much further because that's the first part. So, tugging on the heartstrings and you feel it, and automatically we want to defend and we want to say, hey, off top. Because I think we've been trained to think that way. A lot of times, a lot of people are not looking at further down. We just see the main idea and we just run with that. What say you, Jay? What say you?
No, I'm gonna play it like because we are gonna do a deep dive into this whole situation. There's been a lot of things that's transpired. A lot of people have spoken on this. A lot more information has come to light. So let's play it. Let's play it like what we just saw. We just saw the situation. I know me. I'm a little cynical when it comes to hearing people's stories, because the first thing that pops into my head is always, why the fuck you get on the internet and get in front of a camera, edit this up, and then put it out there? Now I'm always skeptical just because. But to even taking that out of play, who wouldn't sympathize with this? Hearing the story, who wouldn't empathize with this? You're looking at a 4-year-old. Yeah, I know you just said you would. That's why I took the words from you.
Like, but I poured my heart out. Like, I poured my heart out. Yeah, but my man, go ahead. Like, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Who wouldn't? Go ahead.
Yeah, like, you hear a woman on here telling this story, it's gonna garner an emotional response from a lot of people. And especially in today's society, you already know, somebody hears this stuff, we got a lot of crash out dummies out here. We got a lot of people that want to start. Look, there are a lot of concerned people. Like, you can have a lot of effed up people in this society that don't care about nothing else. They hear that story, their eyes are open. They're open. They're paying attention now. It's like, okay, hold up, what happened? And that's why that video garnered over 2 million views in less than. Yeah, man, she did some Mr. Beast numbers on that type of video.
Oh wow!
Yeah, it's over 2 million. I think it's at 2 point. Yeah, let me double check, make sure I'm correct on how many views this shit got right now. This video currently is sitting at. I'll show it to y'all. This video is currently sitting at 2.2 million views in 7 days. In 7 days, y'all. So clearly, there were a lot of people in society that felt concerned. They were definitely, their attention was grabbed. Their attention was grabbed on this. And all the times I say that people need to actually start caring about what happens to people around them, because eventually it can happen to you. We saw a lot of people start digging into this story because a lot of people were concerned about her. Mainly, they were concerned about those 2 girls, the 2-year-old and the 4-year-old. And then, are the boys even safe? We don't know the ages of the boys as of right now from what she gave us, the information she gave us, but we know she has 2 boys also. And then we're also thinking about, who's this sick ass man? Because that's the narrative right now. That's what was put out. But once again, more information came out. So, you want to play it, or you got anything else before I play the Abby and Preach?
Now, I think I put my point eloquent out as a first reaction. So, let's go ahead and move to the next.
All right. And I would say shout out to Abby and Preach. Matter of fact, I'll just leave it at that. Shout out to Abby and Preach. They actually caught on to this story, and they did an original video. We're not covering the original, but they did an update after more information came out. They saw that first video, did their video on it, and then some more information came out, so they came out with another one. And we're going to hear their update, because there's an update, then there's another update. So let's get the first update out the way. And
it's a trilogy.
Yeah, no bullshit, man. This motherfucker shit more interesting than the Matrix. We gonna jump into it, y'all. So y'all, like I told y'all, man, get your popcorn. And I did drop the link in the panel. Alexis, don't cuss me out. Anybody that wants to contribute to giving their point of view. I'm just saying, I didn't know if it was just a me and you type thing. Me and you. I didn't know if it was gonna be one of those. I ain't know. I'm sorry. Either way though, we're gonna play this part right here, y'all. And then we're gonna talk about it. And just let me know if I need to stop at any point. I got the clicker over. I got the little clicker over here.
Oh.
So either way though, yeah, I click on some stuff, girl. Hey, watch this. Watch it. Ooh, wait. Either way though, let's go, y'all. Let's get it popping.
Follow up. There's another video I ended up watching. And I think it's important because it kind of contextualizes everything. So if you guys haven't seen the first video, we put that out just the day before, so you guys can go check that out. She got married to someone rather quickly. During that marriage, she ended up getting raped a couple of times, and then after that, her children that she had with this man, which I think we misspoke on, she had two children with this man. They ended up getting touched by the man. So she made a video about it. It went viral, and a lot of people were discussing it, but just keep listening.
Hey ladies, welcome back to the new Trophy Wife. Today I'm going to be sharing my story with you guys about how I went from being a single mom to a spoiled housewife in less than 1 year. And you can too.
When you know what you know and you listen to that, it's crazy.
I had my first child when I was 17 years old. I intentionally got pregnant with my boyfriend at the time and basically turned into a child raising a child. After having 2 children and being a single mom, I think that my self-esteem was definitely low. I didn't know that at the time, but if I think back about the kind of men that I was choosing, it definitely was a reflection of my lower self-esteem. My mom drilled into me, oh, go with the man that's going to be the best breeder. And I think society drilled into me to go after the thug, the street dude, the swag type dude, or whatever you want to call it. I was very self-sufficient.
I'm stopping. I'm sorry. I'm stopping right now. I'm stopping. Oh, we are stopping. I tried to let the first one go, but the second one, I couldn't let that go. First off, she told me she made a conscious decision to have a baby. And then she blamed it on society. And her mom told her to go with the best breeder. And she was trying to get away from going for the thug, I guess. Am I off?
No, she went. I thought she said she went after them a little bit. Hold on, rewind it back. I thought
Let me play that again. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
At the time, and basically turned into a child raising a child. After having
We're discussing it, but just keep listening.
Hey ladies, welcome back to the new Trophy Wife. Today I'm going to be sharing my story with you guys about how I went from being a single mom to a spoiled housewife in less than 1 year. And you can too.
When you know what you know and you listen to that, it's crazy.
I had my first child when I was 17 years old. I intentionally got pregnant with my boyfriend at the time and basically turned into a child raising a child.
That point right there. Let's hit that point first. At least in her situation. Just her situation. Whoever she had a baby with didn't make her a baby mama. She chose that. I know for the rest of y'all ladies that want to say that these men are just out here creating baby mama, a lot of ladies are making decisions. That's my opinion. But in this situation, that is the case. She just told you.
Yeah.
She did that. That she made a conscious decision. All right. That was my first issue, so I wanted to hit that, but I'm good.
After having 2 children and being a single mom, I think that my self-esteem was definitely low. I didn't know that at the time, but if I think back about the kind of men that I was choosing, it definitely was a reflection of my lower self-esteem. My mom drilled into me, oh, go with the man that's going to be the best breeder. And I think society drilled into me to go after the thug, the street dude, the swag type dude, or whatever you want to call it. I was very
That part.
That's what I'm saying. She said she went into that type of guy.
No,
I thought
she
she said.
said society drove her to that type of guy though too.
Oh, well, either way, I thought you were saying like she wasn't looking or dating those type. Like, nah, she was.
Yeah. She clearly she's blaming society and everything else on her mom told her to go with the best breeder and society told her to go get it with the thug. I have to ask this question because you are a lady. You one of my melanated sisters out here.
Hmm.
Does society promote women getting with thugs, or is it other women in society promoting women to get with thugs?
It's both. Because the men that portray that lifestyle are aware of what is going to attract women. And I lived in the city, and I lived in those type of areas where they out there with their money and selling dope, and everybody think they all the people looking up to them, and or the people in our age group looking at them and like, oh, they got money, they got this, they could do that. Like that's more of your society than people like me and you looking at them, because they're right there. That's what you're in proximity to. Like her going to it, like she ain't driving no hours to no hood to get with dudes. She going to the club. She's in these spaces. Like, so that's right. That's right there. That is your society. So if that's all that's around you.
Well, the reason I'm asking is because, like, you know, I think there are a few kind of guys like me around would be like, girl, you know, you shouldn't be fucking with that dude. Do you think there were more guys that were like, yeah, go, yeah, fuck with him? Or you think there were more guys saying, don't mess with that guy? In all honesty.
No, I'm gonna tell you, like, it depends, and this is what's so important though, and especially because, you know, I moved around and I've lived in different places. When you're in the city, especially in the inner city, amongst people, like there's more the dudes that is showing that it's that lifestyle to her than the guys that would be telling her, nah, you don't need that dude. I'm just keeping it 100 with you.
Look, you know, I live in the city, so I'm taking you word. Like, I live in the city and I see what parts I'm in.
But she said,
and I get it.
She said she was when she got pregnant, she was a teen mom.
Yeah, 17.
Yeah, and look, when you in the city, like the city where they slinging like that, the little young dudes, if they got money, a lot of times going to if she's looking at the thugs and the young thugs having money, a lot of times they not working at McDonald's. They selling dope for the big dude.
Mm-hmm.
So they got that money, they got that shine, and the acting like they. You feel what I'm saying? So
yeah, that's what I'm trying to distinguish between. Is it society telling women like her to go after those guys, or is it women like her are attracted to guys like that?
Well, not only that, she, like I said, I'm only thinking from the standpoint that I lived in the city. Now I don't know where she was at, but I've been other places and I know the way that the dudes run. But what I saw, like, if you're in that proximity, you're going to be attracted to what's there.
Yeah, you go like, look, man. I always say this all the time, man. It's a lot of peacocking going on. That's why the girls get all dressed up, and that's why the boys do certain things that they do. You know, wear certain clothes, drive certain cars. It's a lot of peacocking going on. I don't know if people can blame that on society. Because, you know, I'm all about personal responsibility, personal accountability. I can't say, well, you know, like, the black experience.
Hold on, wait a minute. Let me try to answer your question real quick, because you asked me.
Yeah.
Maybe because I was thinking from the point of society of what you're in close proximity to, but
does influence you. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, but I don't think like it's like. There's a whole bunch of people giving seminars like date the thug.
That's what I'm getting at, because that's how most people hear it. Like when people say society was telling me to do, it's like when she said her mom said get with the best breeder. I'm okay, like her mother told her get with the best breeder. But when she said society's telling me to get with a thug, I'm like, who the fuck is society telling you to get with a thug? Because most of the time people have family around them. And you already know. I had my brother and I had my mom. My mom, especially when it came to the girls I mess with. You don't need to be messing with her. And I know girls have, whether it's brothers, cousins, or whatever, they be messing with that dude. So I'm like, society, is it society telling you to not to do this, or is it what a lot of ladies are just attracted to? And I wouldn't even say just a thug. You just say like a general term, bad boys? Are women attracted to bad boys?
Mm.
And I think that's her personal choice. Because I think every lady wants a guy with a little bit of edge to him. Like if I walked around her, yeah, I did my taxes today, and I can take you out on a date tomorrow if you want. Like, get the fuck out of my face for that. I'm just saying, I think more ladies are attracted to a dude that's got a little edge to him. I'm not gonna say thug, I'm not gonna say criminal and all that stuff, but I think ladies are more attracted to shit like that, and I think that causes guys to do certain things. Like you remember how I always said, we both dictate, men and women, we both dictate how the opposite sex moves in a dating game. So I'm like, girls like dudes that drive fast cars, guys are gonna go get fast cars. If guys like girls that got a fat ass, girls are gonna go out and get BBLs. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm like, I think we do things to attract the opposite sex, but I didn't want to hop. I'm sorry, y'all. This is my fault. I'm gonna let her keep going. I'm letting her keep going on her trophy wife talk spree, because this is just another side of it. Evan and Priest is bringing another side, and I'm gonna stop pausing until Alexis tell me to pause it. I ain't gonna pause again. But they're going into her. They're just showing another side of her after seeing that original video. So yeah, let's go and get back to it.
Sufficient. All about the mindset of, oh, I can do it by myself. I don't need a man, as so many of us modern women say. It felt so lonely, and it was sad. It was really sad. It was, I'd say, one of the lowest points in my life. And I realized that I don't want to do this on my own. I don't want to raise these boys on my own. I want a family, and I want someone that I can love, someone that loves me and my children. And after learning quickly that everything that glitters is not gold, I happened to come across Shira7 on YouTube, and she completely changed my life. And she basically taught me what a high value man is and what to look for when trying to find a husband.
You know Shira7 is?
No.
That's the drizzle girl. Or is it sprinkle?
It was
the original sprinkle.
If you're a woman and you're jealous and you're married, you married the wrong man. Sprinkle.
No, she's not. Get the fuck out of here, bro.
Remember when all the women were like, yo, if you gotta pay bills, sprinkle, leave his ass. Because I could pay bills by myself, what I need him for. You know, that lady.
Yes, I tell women to cheat if this is your circumstance. If you're not cheating, you should be. Paying half the rent in this, you should be allowed to cheat and level up.
So because of her, she wanted to become a trophy wife. Okay, social media got y'all fucked up.
Yes,
truly. That's
self-admitted.
And just another detail that's really important here: she was with the father of her kids from 17 till about 24. Did one Christmas by herself and said, "I'm changing everything.
I'm done."
Okay, let's keep watching.
So I ended up taking my sister's advice and signing up for eHarmony, and I think the second person that I matched with was the man that I'm married to now, my husband. My husband and I have a 20-year age gap, and he was not the first older man that I dated. I actually dated someone like 10 years older than me. A lot of people have told me not very mature for my age, so someone 10 years older than me just wasn't a big enough age gap for me to vibe with.
Did she say someone 10 years my age wasn't enough of an age gap for me to vibe with? So she needed someone much older, according to herself.
You needed that.
So when I met my husband, I knew right away almost, and people say that, but it was definitely true. I know it sounds cliche. Just from our first date, it just felt natural. I felt like I just had known this person already. It was so comfortable. I think we both were kind of just dating different people at the time, and it's not good to put all your eggs in one basket. But we had a great first date, and I think he ended up asking me to be his girlfriend on the first date, and I said I would think about it. Then I had gotten into a serious relationship with somebody, and I ended up falling for the girlfriend trap. But that guy had really been investing a lot into me and doing a lot for me, so I kind of felt like I had to agree to be his girlfriend, because he asked me multiple times, and I finally agreed. I could tell that he was really just putting up with my kids. He didn't really embrace them. And I just like packed up my stuff and left. And it was crazy because the next day, my now husband, reached out to me and was like, hey, how are you doing? And I told him, I just got out of a relationship, and I kind of told him a little bit about why. And he was telling me like, oh, those are my boys. And he had genuinely really connected with my kids. And he was not the kind of man that would just be nice to them to get to me. Like, it was very genuine.
The day after.
That isn't even the most shocking part. She went on a couple of dates with him.
And they already met the kids. They already vibe. They already vibe with the kids.
Okay.
Yo.
Sorry. No. I don't care. Victim blame, whatever. Okay, let me say this real fast. All right? You're a parent. You're dating strangers. That's cool. You're not supposed to invite them to meet your kids. They're not even your partner.
After a couple of dates.
Oh, my days. I'm sorry, but no. Okay? See, this is the thing. Everybody, remember last video what you said to me?
That kind of person did what they did and was trying to hide it from you. It's not because you didn't do your job.
She didn't do nothing.
And remember what you said?
How do you know, though?
She just neglectly I like to believe that it's not her.
The truth is we don't know. We don't know. And we don't. The thing. We see somebody who's victimized, and she's a victim, okay?
Yeah.
And there is no perfect victim, to be fair. She invited anybody into her life. You have very young children, and random men are meeting them? Within a year of leaving their father, you're already living with somebody else? Sorry, no. Sorry, absolutely not. And I don't care.
Oftentimes when you do stuff like that and you criticize people with kids, they're often going to tell you, well, you don't know, you ain't got no kids.
Bitch, I was a kid.
No. Like, it don't take a firefighter to recognize a fire. You understand what I'm saying? It's not because I ain't got no kids that cannot recognize it with some red flags. I understand you people with kids. It's really like touchy to even comment on the fact that how you're raising your kids or anything like that. But we can recognize a red flag without having the kids. There's some things that are it's in the society. We keep saying that it's out there. Stop, don't let anybody. It's your kids.
This man told her he wanted her to be his girlfriend on the first date.
Yeah, that's weird.
That's another red flag.
That's weird.
So somebody wants to commit to you. They don't know your kids yet. They don't know your life yet. And they already want, you don't think that's bizarre?
That was something that stood out about him versus other men that I had dated, was he really embraced the fact that I had children because he wanted children. So, he was talking, my lease was going to be ending very soon, which is why I went ahead and moved in with my person that had became my ex. We started living together and...
What did she say?
Her lease was about to end.
So that's why she moved?
Well, no, she's already breaking up with the guy because she didn't want to go, according to her.
I told my husband, I was like, hey, it was so embarrassing to admit, but I was like, I need a place to stay because...
Okay! Okay! That's what I caught. You don't even need to play the rest of the video.
We're going to play the rest of it. So let me get this straight. If you as an individual want to be a hobosexual, that's none of my business. Is it irresponsible? Absolutely. Dragging your 2 and your 4-year-old along with you, thinking that shit's sweet, and the man want to take care of you so it's cute? Nah, you're irresponsible, and you are absolutely putting these kids in danger. Yo, and you know what? People want to say victim blame this, and that. Man, listen, if you knew some guy ran a daycare and was letting strangers come by anytime they wanted to come take care of these kids, and those kids got diddled, you would hold that person running the daycare account.
100%.
This is the goddamn parents, the ones who are supposed to care for these kids the most, and they letting anybody in their life. They moving up with anybody. No. And she had a YouTube channel promoting this shit. She's saying this shit with a goofy fucking smile, telling other women how great it is and giving them tips on how to do this shit.
Yep. Like she said it out loud.
No.
And then he...
I gotta pause. I don't know. Maybe I'm confused. Alexa, you can help me out. She didn't have a 2 and a 4-year-old at this point.
When they first dated?
Yeah, she had 2 boys.
She had 2 boys.
Girls. Yeah,
and
the
girls are by him. Yep.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So I'm like, is Abba off on this one?
Huh?
That's what I'm saying. Is Abba off on this one? Because I'm like, is he talking about the future or is he talking about this video right now? Because in the video right now, she had 2 boys. The 2 and the 4-year-old that got brought up in the last video were the girls that they had together. So he said moving in with your 2 and your 4-year-old. Like, she didn't move in with a 2 and a 4-year-old unless the boys were 2 and 4 at the time, and her and this guy's been married for a while. But I don't think they've been married that long.
Well, they had to be married for at least 4 years because their girl is 4.
True, at least that. But like, how old are the boys? So is the oldest?
Oh,
boy,
I don't know. And but anyway,
boy,
I feel what you're saying. Maybe he just misspoke.
Now I'm wondering. 'Cause I'm like, is the oldest boy 8, and the other boy is 6, and then the girl is 4, and then the youngest girl is 2? Maybe.
Yeah.
Most people look 2 years apart. That ain't that far off. Shout out to Hurricane. He said, give her the RKO out of nowhere, Randy Orton style. All right now.
I think she said he's okay. And also, we got to be mad. She said he's about 20 years older than her.
Yeah.
So we got to get her age.
She had her first kid at 17, so we got to figure out how old the oldest is.
How old she is now.
Yeah, we need to figure it. Yeah.
Yeah, because that'll give us the math to say, yeah.
But she's 29? I'm guessing. I'm not sure. I think it'll come out a little bit later in here, but I think she's 29 or 30, 29 or 30. She might be 31. I think it's in between that range. I'm not sure.
So if she had a baby when she was 17 and she's 30, that would have made the boys around 11 when they met. You feel what I'm saying? You got like
yeah.
Or no, they could not. The boys are younger than that because they've been married for 4 years. So we'll say, you know what I'm saying? They're younger than that because they've been married for 4 years. So if the boys are 15, then I'm thinking they're like 15.
Well, we're going to find out what her age is.
Yeah.
Hey, look, we're going to keep our ears to the street on that one. And Hurricane said she probably in her late 20s, early 30s. All right, we're going to find out. We're going to find out. I'm going to let him keep going. I just think Abel was off on what he said. So she didn't move in with the little kids. She had the kids with him after they got married. It wasn't.
Yeah. I didn't even catch that. That's why I'm thinking he just misspoke because I understood what he was saying to an extent. So
yeah, probably misspeak.
Yourself.
No.
And he was saying, well, if you're going to live with me, it's going to be as my wife, not as my girlfriend.
Tout de suite? Tout de suite? Ah, l'Éternel est mon berger.
In 1 week?
Ta houlette et ton bâton me rassurent. Tu dresses devant moi une table devant mes adversaires.
Hold up.
Oh, mal.
In 1 week?
1 fucking week, my guy.
Not even a week. She was talking to this guy the moment she broke up with the other dude. She didn't even move up.
The day after. Est-ce que vous comprenez?
She said, I'm about to be homeless. He said, you better be my wife.
This is crazy.
So you didn't accept being his girlfriend on the first date, but you just gonna be, hey, yo, you know what?
And I was like, well, how spontaneous are you? And he laughed and he said, very spontaneous. I was like, right. So we started entertaining the idea of getting married immediately. So I'm going to go and get the wedding ring. We were talking about getting married like the next week.
Yo, she about to be homeless with 2 kids, and she talking about, I'm gonna go get a wedding ring.
This crazy. Hey, I don't know what it is. Disney, I don't know if it's Disney that got you fucked up like that. I'm gonna find my Prince Charming in a day. But this is crazy. Nobody.
What single mom did you see on Disney?
Nobody.
What Rapunzel did you see?
It's not even the single kid. It's finding the Prince Charming that's gonna save me out of my situation. It ain't really got to do with the single kids. It's always like it's more like the knight in a white armor that's gonna come up and swoop me up. I don't even know. Like,
actually, I don't mind that. You know what? If you got no kids and you want to be this fucking stupid, that's your business. And I'm not. Look, you want to go? I think it's still fucking stupid, but that's your business.
That's crazy.
You got kids. None of this shit ever be acceptable. Sorry. No. I don't care what you say. They didn't ask to come into this world. You brought them. You decided to do this. Consciously, you made that decision with somebody. So you know what? A lot of shit that you may want to do because you like it, you need to start thinking 3, 4, 5 times about it because they around.
my girl, you don't have any friends that told you that was a bad idea?
Her sister's the one who put her on that Share 7 garbage.
You don't have any people around you that told you like, hey, shit, sis, you're moving too fast. Pump your brakes.
No.
Slow. No, nobody around you.
No.
You have to surround yourself with people that are gonna smack you upside the head. You might not like what the fuck they say, but at least they're gonna hold you accountable. Yo, right there, you messed the fuck up.
Her sister's the one who put her on this path.
I went and got his ring, and the next time we talked on FaceTime, I was like, I did something. He was like, what did you do? I was like, I got your wedding ring. I had really bad habit of like spending money. And I was like, if I don't get the ring now, then I'm not going to get it. So I went ahead and got it. Well, let me rewind. So then after that, I think it was like the next day, something told me to go online and check my eHarmony profile. So I went on there and I saw that he updated his picture. And I was like, oh no, this dude is playing around. Like, I'm glad I didn't spend a whole bunch of money on this ring. Like, he was just playing. And I screenshotted it and sent him a picture. And I said, it doesn't seem like we're on the same page. So
let me get this straight. Dude said he wanted you to be his wife.
He was still on eHarmony.
And you found out that he was updating the shit like he's still talking to other people, and you still married the man. Okay.
And he texted me and he was like, no, I'm serious. I am going to marry you, in caps. And I think that evening he like ended up going and buying my ring. And the ring that he got me is not the ring I have now. It was a nice ring, but it wasn't nearly as big as the rock that I'm currently sporting. But when he showed it to me, in my head, I said, it's not about the ring, it's about the marriage. And I definitely think that that's something that you ladies should keep in mind, is that if a man is going to propose to you, don't make it about the ring, because that can really turn a man off and make him think that that's all that you care about is having a big ring, when it's more important to have the marriage.
I think it's more important to have the relationship. I think it's more important to have time.
It's more important to have safety for your kids.
I'm pretty sure if I opened up my fucking Instagram and said, hey, to somebody, some crazy person's probably going to say yes.
Mm-hmm.
Probably more important to get to know them first.
So we ended up getting married the next week. Everybody was shocked. I randomly called my mom, my grandmother, hey, I'm getting married in a few days. We got married at the courthouse because I told him I don't need a big wedding. I'd rather spend that money elsewhere. Becoming his wife and really being the kind of woman that could just get a ring like that took work. I had to become the kind of woman that a man would want to take around his colleagues. But yeah, I know it's kind of a interesting story, but I also helped two of my sisters to get married. They both got married in less than a year as well. So I'm really good at knowing how to get women the ring.
Oh my God.
Okay. I'm not, at first I was just angry because I think kids are raised in these environments. Now I'm just sad because kids are raised in these environments. And there's literally nothing most of us can do about the fact that, there's no license to be a parent. There's nothing. Any of you crazy motherfuckers can have kids and put them in all kinds of situations. And then if they get violated, then all I'm supposed to say is you guys are victims and that's it. And I can't question what the fuck you were doing as a parent. I can't. Apparently, that's the world that y'all live in. You know what? I don't give a fuck about that world. It's a dumb fucking world. And you're a fucking idiot too. Yes, you're a fucking idiot. If you're not willing to critique parents who don't care about not putting seatbelts on their kids, leaving their kids in the car, leaving their kids with random women they've never met, and don't even think twice about it, living and moving in with you, then something wrong with you, in my opinion. Those kids didn't ask to be brought in this world. The least you could do is try to protect them. I'm not saying you got to be perfect, because sometimes things happen to our kids and it's not your fault. Sometimes that's the case. And even this happening to her kids, it shouldn't be okay because she made dumb fucking decisions. But goddamn, if you don't want to get robbed, is it too much to say, hey, close your door? No. She didn't even do that. There should be a bare minimum threshold that you have to meet. And I think that's the way the law works as well, before you can be criminally charged for not taking care of your kids. You left your kid in the car. We find them just before they pass away. Can we not ask the same goddamn questions? Should you not be held liable? And you inviting complete random fucking people
within a week,
moving into, you don't know them, and then you want a Pepe Frog. I didn't know this was gonna happen. Cut the shit, man. I'm not saying parents gotta be perfect. Goddamn, my mom wasn't perfect. My dad wasn't perfect. Most parents I know are not perfect. Nobody asking that. But did she even do the bare minimum? Be honest. And now people DMing me all this bullshit about a victim. Shut your ass up. And most single moms I meet are very responsible. In fact, they go the opposite direction. They do everything they can to vet the people before they bring them in life. That's the ones I meet personally.
That's the one
I've never met a single mom in my life who's like, come meet my kids right away.
That's the one I know too. I'm
sorry. I have to look at the opposite and say, you guys are fucking idiots.
It's like it gives a bad name to single mom. There's a stigma with single mom. Just especially right now with the red pill and stuff like that, they're always blaming that, oh, you made the wrong decisions, Yeah, we have to highlight the ones that are doing the good ones, you know what I mean? That's how I've been raised. When someone doesn't do good, you tell that person. That person needs to know that they fucked up. No matter how hard the situation is and how messed up the situation is, the person has to know that they mess up. And we keep going in this situation where we don't talk about those things because it's difficult, because we don't want to, but she's already having a bad time. Yeah, but it's part of it. It's part of it. Every time I fuck up, I have no sympathy from the people that are telling me that I fuck up. And they shouldn't. Reality is they shouldn't. If I fuck up, it's going to be hard, but you got to let the person know. And we have to have these discussions, these hard discussions. It's not easy. I understand it. But if we would stop talking, stop moving every time something is difficult, this world is not going to go nowhere. And we're going to keep on repeating the same mistakes all over again. It doesn't exclude the...
Yes, we are. We are going to continue to constantly keep repeating this, because you have spaces that call out bullshit and people say they hate the other people because they speak on it. Yeah, we're going to continue to have it. People don't care about the kids. They don't. A lot of people have a vendetta, and this has been a propaganda that's been pushed in a lot of people's minds. You can't say something about somebody else's fuck up depending on who that person is, or mainly what they got between their fucking legs. If it's a dude, criticize him till the cows come home. If it's a girl, you need to chill. You need to chill, bro. She already going through some things. It's gonna continue to keep happening. It's gonna continue to keep happening because ain't nobody down with holding. Look, I'm saying straight up, ain't nobody down with holding women accountable for shit. They not. Don't nobody like doing it. Everybody feels bad when they do it, if they have to do it. And if somebody else does it, there's gonna be a whole group of other people saying, "Man, you need to stop being so mean to her." Alexa, tell me I'm lying.
No, you're not. You're not. I 100% agree. As far as, you know, it just makes, as far as people talking in the space and things like that, it's going to come up. It's going to come up. And especially because she, in a way, as far as putting on the persona as a trophy wife, was speaking to the red pill. However,
but technically you're speaking to Shira 7. You gonna be real, she just trying to say how to get a rich nigga.
But, and also, like, two things can be true at once, right? 2 + 2 = 4, and 1 + 3 does. So we can acknowledge this part of what you were doing. That's right, you were, you know, what's going on in the red pill and your actions, and it's putting a certain stigma on both sides, as far as the female in their eyes and then the female in everybody else's eyes.
But it's fucked up all the way around.
Yeah.
What Shira would like, I wanted to stop it early, but I was like, I'm not gonna stop it. But this girl was out here prostituting herself. She needed somewhere to stay. And I also caught the fact that how can you break up with your boyfriend, the father of your kids, on one day, and then talk to another man about moving in the next day if you haven't already been talking to that man anyways?
You ain't catch it though. She broke up with well, unless she was saying about somebody else, but I thought she said she had broke up with the children's father, and she was talking to somebody else. She said she was talking to somebody else, and she fell into the girlfriend trap, and then that didn't work out, and then she went to him.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not talking about the baby's father. I'm not talking about the baby's father. The two boys. She was talking to some guy. She was in a relationship with a guy, and she broke up with him. How do you go the very next day and ask another man, can you move in with him, if you weren't already talking to that guy? That's what I'm getting at.
Look, no, but and I understand you on that, but what I'm saying, the desperateness already, or if she was talking to the guy while she was with her baby daddy, there's three dudes in this.
Yeah, she was already on demon time. That's the point I'm trying to get at.
So
She was already on demon time. She didn't give a fuck about her kids. She was worried about herself.
That part.
And that's the most disgusting part about it. But here, you get the final thoughts real quick before I play the video. Anything else?
Nope. Go ahead.
All right. Demon time lady, here we come.
The fact that some shit happened to the lady, and that man is a terrible, terrible man. But you also have to ask questions and hold people accountable. Were all the steps met? You don't understand it's difficult to be a parent. It is. By God, you have to at least try. But here talking about the door was not even locked. The door was not even locked. Bitch was right open.
There was no door.
There was no door. There was no house.
Apparently.
There was no fucking house.
And it's not like she couldn't give her kids a house. She said she had money. She said she liked spending irresponsibly. She wanted someone to take care of her. She didn't want to do it by herself. So she's not even getting in relationships for the right reason. Sorry. No, absolutely not. Stop it. Yeah, I'm getting upset about this because I'm like thinking about kids being victimized because bitch wanted new Gucci bags and someone to take care of her.
That's crazy.
Fucking stupid. You as an adult want to make these dumb decisions? Hey, listen, that's your prerogative. You brought kids into this world that, I don't know. And people said something else too that I thought was stupid. Oh, well, what does this trophy wife stuff have to do with it? Just take 2 seconds to think. When all you do is overvalue a man's ability to provide and take care of you financially and overcommit to you quickly without you really knowing them, then how do you expect to vet men? How do you expect to be treated like respect when you've come up and said, I'm a trophy wife? Sorry. The way top men talk about trophy wife isn't some glamorous thing to be respected. Bitch, you know your place because I make all the money. And she was fine with that. She talked about changing all aspects of herself to mold to her man. Changing for a partner isn't inherently bad, but changing to the amount that she did to become some kind of object for this guy, yeah, sorry. Is it any surprise that a man that would grape you would grape your kids? Not to me. Multiple times. Why is that shocking to you guys? He's already violated the sanctity and the boundaries of his wife and done it multiple times without caring for her well-being. He kisses her on the cheek right afterwards, moves on with his day, and does it again. He did it to her 4 times early in their marriage. So the moment the papers were signed, the moment they were behind closed doors, he started graping her. Why would I think a man like that wouldn't violate other women in his life?
Accusations! These are not accusations. This is false accusations. And
make sure I put that in there. Make sure I put that in there because we got some more stuff coming for you.
Why wouldn't he violate his kids? Why is that surprising to people? That's like saying a man who beats random strangers on the street, I'm shocked he would beat his kids and his wife. Bruh, that's who he would beat the most. You know why they grape the wife? Because she's the most accessible and it's the less likely to fall back on him. Who else is even more less likely to fall back on him? His kids. I don't know. Maybe because you guys have spent too much time online, so you hear these terms and you see it sounds cute, but you don't see what happens to people in real life who live these kinds of lifestyle.
I've seen them. It's not cute.
We have those ideas of trophy wives, okay, in East Africa. I saw what happened to those women. Those are the kinds of people who get AIDS from their husband, going around do whatever they wanted with prostitutes, and then bring it back home, and then she's never allowed to speak on it. Yeah. I see what happens to people who get married within 2-3 days of knowing somebody. It's very normal where I'm from. Hell, they do arranged marriages. Sometimes arranged marriages go up and sometimes they don't. But bitch, you had no say in it. So no, I'm not going to sit here and not have this conversation because you guys get online and run these goofy fucking YouTube channels where you promote shit that's actually just dangerous. Yeah, I'll say it is. And this person, she's a fucking idiot. She's a victim. Yeah, but she's also a fucking idiot. And it should be okay to say that. Oh, but I don't want to hurt because she's in a tender place. You know what? She don't really seem to care that much. I have a hard time understanding it. She's just broadcasting her kids' trauma. I said in the first video it was weird. Now I feel even less sympathy for her because those kids did not choose their parent to go shack up with some random fucking guy. They didn't choose to be the grape victim. And they didn't choose to have their parent broadcast it to everyone so everyone in their vicinity, everyone in their city, everyone in their family knows that those kids have been victimized now.
Where's she from? DC? We're in Canada. That's over the world. That's not even city no more. That's the world. That's internet. It's viral.
Yeah, her videos got
freaking body.
No.
I'm just gonna say this. That's the last thing I'm gonna say. Okay. In the video, you said that when you were 17, you had a kid by your boyfriend, and you wanted that at 17, and you were basically a kid raising kids. The way you're talking, you're still a kid. with the decisions that you're making, I just poor decisions with my money. You're still a kid raising kids. It's a succession of dumb decision. I was about to say not the smartest, but that's downplaying it. A succession of dumb decisions and fairy-like, princess-like, kid-like kind of thing. You're still a kid raising a kid at 24. Is it because you never had time to grow up? Because you had a kid at 17 that you're still perpetrating the same? I don't know. I'm not a psychologist, but there's definitely something there.
Yep.
I'm done.
She's still a kid.
No? Bruh.
Moved in quickly. Had 2 kids very young. Moved in with one guy. Didn't work out. Within a day, moved in with the next guy.
Within a week, got married.
Spending money recklessly. Yep.
I would have given the money to a kid and do some decision. They would have done better life decisions. I feel like, at least the kids I know. Yeah. That's crazy.
And I'll say this too, because you were victimized, there's people who are going to look for you because of that reason. And there's people going to look for your kids for that reason as well. Because people who are victimized are very likely to get re-victimized.
Mm-hmm. The cycle. If you don't fix or heal whatever it's in there that made you make those poor decisions, you're doomed to repeat the cycle.
Yeah.
So
and now you're in a situation where you're even more likely to want to be shacked up with somebody.
Because you need support. You need someone to hold you.
Because you have more kids. Yeah. I don't know. This is super sad.
Yep.
All right. Lexus, you got the flow on this one because I'm getting the 3rd video ready.
When I watched that, I was so like, you got to be kidding me. You got to be kidding me. This pissed me off. Hold on. This pissed me off. Because you crying in that video that we showed first. And then in this go back video, your first video, you talking about how you and him got married and like so nonchalant about how this all came together and why you're in the position that you're in as far as a trophy wife.
Look, just call it bragging. She bragged about how she got a rich man to take care of her and her kids within a week. Because that's what she was doing. She was bragging.
Did. But I'm just saying, but also because we saw the first video first. I mean the aftermath video first. How you gonna cry talk about you were the product of this and you were a victim of it, and you think that it's okay to move like that, and you think it's okay to move like that? That broke my heart when I heard them say that, and I was listening to it. No lie, like I felt even more emotional and like teary, like feeling real, like crying to some extent, not boo-hooing, but I felt that in me. Like, how can you do that? How can you do that? You don't care. You I don't want to say she don't care about her kids, because I think the way that she tried to move and get things taken care of was very proactive. But the fact that you went through all that and the moves that you were making would suggest that that's not even a thought. And that pissed me off, because I'm sitting here, because she had 2 kids. I have 2 kids, and I want to be selfish, Jay, and just go date any guy, right? You know what I'm saying? Not any guy to like just any guy, but just like, oh, you know what I'm saying? But I know that I can't do that. I don't know. Maybe other females, and I ain't even gonna say that, maybe. I know there's other females that think like her. And I can't. I cannot do that. I cannot do that. I love my babies. Like, I made decisions in this world that put me in the position that I'm in, good or bad. So I have to be accountable for that. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I leave time for me to grieve my choices as far as like, man, I messed up, and being able to recognize that and not sit in a place of blaming anybody, just purely saying that I messed up, right? Man, look, Jay, me and you done talked, and I done joked with you and told you I was gonna be like Paul. Like, and preparing myself into a sense like, yo, if it happened, hey man, you know what, let me be thankful for the fact of all the things that God does for me in the mess ups that I've had in my life, to where it affects me now of me being in a certain position, right?
Yep.
This is my mind, right? Like, as a mom with 2 kids, I'm sacrificing myself in that sense, as far as like, if I don't find the right guy, because I'm being very proactive in making sure that my kids are taken care of, and very particular in the booze and the men that I choose to even entertain. And it's just so hard for me not to have experienced what she experienced. And I'm thinking like that, Jay. I'm thinking like that because I would kill a nigga. Like, I would kill a nigga. I'm not playing.
Allegedly, y'all.
Yeah. Look, I'm just saying. Look, I love my babies that much. I give her flowers in the fact that she didn't go off on that nigga, because I live in Texas, and she bang bang. I would have, like, and then me and my kids going to a Chief game afterwards. But anyway, so I can't believe that she went through what she went through, and that didn't cross her mind in the decisions that she was making. Because first of all, you know what I'm saying, in these type of situations, this type of situation, because there are so many stories of other women that go through it, and they be the ones that are alcoholics, drug abusers, all that type of stuff. They do that type of stuff. They just get with they have a kid, they move in with, they don't care. Like, but you was making 90 grand a year. Like, them women really out there, like, you know what I'm saying? They were making 90 grand a year. You moving like that? Like, nah, man. That, when I said that thing pissed me off after I got all the information on that, from that point, I was like, nah, man. Like, I'm sitting over here, like, it's hard for me to feel bad for you. Just let me put it like this. Let me word it like this. It's hard for me to feel bad for her just based off of the fact of the children going through what they went through, right? Because if possibly, because I'm not saying that it wouldn't, you know what I'm saying, not happen if she had vetted him properly, but it's possible. It's still possible that you could have got all this beforehand. Even him doing what he did to you in the first few months of marriage. Y'all first few months of marriage was still getting to know each other. Y'all first few months of marriage was still getting to know each other. So you could have very well had the opportunity to stop it based off of the information. I'm not making this up. She said this. She said in her first few months of marriage, he did what he did. So if you got married within a week, and the first few months is about 5 months, 4 or 5 months. Like, nah, man, that pissed me off. You making these type of decisions. Look, mamas, look, to any of the women that are watching, and I stand on my stuff 10 toes down. It ain't no
Ain't no flip flopping.
ain't no flip flopping. Y'all motherfuckers out here, I know you lonely. I know you lonely, right? I know it. I'm a woman. You know what I'm saying? I know it. Let's not try to act like we all want to be like, I don't need a man. I ain't lonely. I'm fine over here or whatever. You can't be. You can't be if those are the type of moves and decisions that you're making. You can't be. So I know that you are, but we have to have some discipline to say I have to be better because I already fell short in this area to where I'm not with the father of my children. And we don't have that unique family structure. Let me recognize that. And also take that to carry over to say, whatever I can do to cross out any of the things that can affect it, I'm not going to be able to cross them all out. But if I could cross out a few, we can still have a game. We're still in this game. If I can eliminate those other factors, not all, but some. So I know those feelings, ladies, man. But when you have children, you lived your life. You lived your life. Like, and they didn't have that opportunity. You didn't have that opportunity. You said you went through what you went through. You didn't have that opportunity. When you take a woman's thing like that, I don't know how far he went, but that innocence is like a life itself. And that has been taken forcefully. You confused a lot of times, but you made these decisions that I don't know how you can justify that you don't have any type of accountability in this. And to some extent, it's almost like if you would have did what you were supposed to do, you wouldn't have been where you were at. Like I said, we're not saying that if she did, I'm not saying if she did date him and get to know him properly, that it still couldn't have happened. However, a lot of times they set up for you to do what's right because of the fruit that it bears or the results that it produces. And a lot of times it doesn't happen if you do it in the right way. Starting from you having kids when you was in high school. Starting from then, like there's a certain set up and order of things, because a lot of times if you do it in that order, it's going to produce fruitfully and well. So you already messed up on the thing on this first part. Let's try to rebuild and get better. So, but never mind. But going back to what I'm trying to get across from the gate, that if you, not just you, but the women that do this type of stuff, like, yo, I watch these videos a lot of times where they be talking about these stories just to keep my mind there as far as like, Lexus, you have to be diligent. If you are going to date, you have to make sure whoever you bring in your children's life we ain't playing no games. But y'all just want to be loved so bad. You want somebody so bad that you don't care about that other life. That's not fair. That's not right. You are an accomplice to this. You are an accomplice to this. Yeah, it might sound fucked up, but what happened is fucked up. If you didn't stop it from the first time, you are an accomplice. Jay, all those videos I be watching with the parents and all that other stuff, even if the moms try to act like she didn't know or whatever, they all get charged.
Mm-hmm.
They all get charged.
You said something very earlier. You said something. It's like 2 + 2 = 4, but you can also get 4 with 1 + 3.
Yeah.
in this situation, I'm all with you. And you know, this is what I when I first started, when you first met me, this is what I used to get criticized all the time for. Two people can be wrong in the situation, and one person can be a victim. Like, one of those people that is wrong can also be a victim because you allowed this situation to happen. And that's why I'm always talking about proactive stuff. Like, look, we could have avoided this entire situation. And I'm going to say this ahead of time. If it's true, because that's another issue that we're going to have to run into with the next video. If it's true. But a lot of these situations can be avoided if we fix it on the front end. It shouldn't be that, okay, now she's a single mother. This is how she needs to move now. What if that was the mindset in the beginning? And she said it. She made a conscious decision to have a kid at 17, which means she got pregnant at 16. And we already know that she didn't have no good guidance in the house. So I'm not going to just carte blanche blame her mother. She said she made a conscious decision to get pregnant with her boyfriend at 16, had a baby at 17. And then you said also, like Alexa said, you've been touched. You've had people that done things to you. You said you were the product of it, which makes me think your mother told you that something happened to her and that's how you were here. I called on to that earlier, and I'm thinking that's what she was getting at. Somebody touched your mama and now you're here. And then it also happened to you from a neighbor in the neighborhood, which means your mama let it happen to her and she didn't do nothing about it. She didn't protect you. And now you got kids and you're not protecting your kids. We need to fix the shit from the get-go. But if this man did do that to them kids, ain't nobody around here gonna sit here and say, oh, well, you know this, oh, well, you know that when it comes to him. But all these bad damn decisions she's making, you jumping from one man to the next, you moving in, you got kids. Alexis done told y'all, and this is why I always say it, and people get mad at me, but she just told y'all, you need to understand and you need to feel it. Once you have kids, it ain't about you no more.
No more.
Motherfucker, I gotta move a certain type of way if I got a kid. I can't move out here and be free to just say, yeah, well, I'm gonna fuck with him or I'm gonna fuck with her. And you gotta worry about people in this world because people in this world are fucking crazy. You got a life that didn't ask to be here. So for all these parents, I gave you life. Motherfucker, the kids didn't ask you for it. These kids need to be protected. They should not be put into a fucked up situation just because you fucked up. And that's what she did. She needed somewhere to stay. And then she's sitting around here giggling, kiki, ha ha. Are you serious about marrying me? Married this man and moved in with him within a week. I'm with Admin Preach on that one. A week is crazy. A week is crazy. Some people say becoming a guy's girlfriend or becoming a girl's boyfriend within a week is crazy. You married a motherfucker. And
hold on, wait, time out. In the first video, in that second video, remember she said he asked her to be his girlfriend, and she said, "Oh, I got to think about it." But you became a wife, but you had to think about the girl. Okay.
It lets you know the priorities in somebody's head. And this is why I have an issue. And I'm not, look, it can apply to the guys. It can definitely apply to the guys. Oh, yes. But we know into majority situations, who gets the kids?
The woman.
We know that in majority of the cases. So everybody understand it can apply to the guys, but I'm going to talk about what happens on the regular. A lot of these ladies are getting kids that don't need to have these kids. Like what them people in the UK say? She's moving mad, bruh. She was moving mad.
Yeah.
And them kids, from what we know, supposedly, if it's true, from what we know, 2 kids got harmed from it. Matter of fact, I'm gonna just stick with 2 right now because the next video get a little crazy. But we know for right now, or at least that's the accusation, that 2 kids got harmed from one person moving mad. And honestly, you could say 3 people got harmed from one person moving mad because her mama was probably moving the same way she moving right now, except she got her a rich guy, a rich old guy, or an old guy with some money.
Hey, can I? Are you done?
Yeah, I'm good. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say as well because, man, Jay, like this type of stuff hurts my heart, man. Like, I'm a girl, Jay. Like,
Hold on. Wait a minute.
For fuck's sake, not that again.
Yes, but seriously, man, it hurts my heart, man, because ladies, like I said, I know y'all, but the risks, I know what she was thinking. I'm gonna give me a wristband and I'm gonna be like this and this and this. I know that's what you're thinking.
Think about herself.
Thinking about yourself, but the risk is so much greater than the reward, man. Like, the risk is so much greater than the reward. The risk can get generational. Her mama went through it. She went through it. Her kids went through it. Like, oh my goodness.
And then she put the dumb shit on the fucking internet. Look, I'm sorry, I'm going in on her. She put that shit on the goddamn internet. So let her kids think about it. If it's true that her husband touched his own 2-year-old and 4-year-old, they're at a young age. And I know this might sound fucked up, but they're at a young age where they might not possibly remember this shit. She put it on the fucking internet. It's like when we talk about Kim Kardashian busting it wide open for Ray J in a sex tape. Her kids are gonna see that shit. Her kids are gonna hear about that. You put this on the internet, this child might be the happiest child in the world. Happy-go-lucky. And one day, because we got a lot of mentally weak people out here in society, one day somebody come and be like, you know, your father touched you when you was a kid. And they sitting there looking at you crazy. And it's like, maybe it's one thing for people to say something to you, but it was like, no, people on the internet copied your mama's video and put it on the internet. This is what your mama was saying. What do you think that's going to mentally do to somebody, especially a girl? She's not thinking ahead. But we got a third video, y'all. And this is the big monkey wrench, because we got to hear the tragic story. We got to hear a little bit of pushback from Abba and Preach. Alexis, give them a quick breakdown of this third video that they about to hear.
Look, because I don't want to spoil nothing. However, let me get the main idea. This is a different point of view that is also close. Okay? So this is important because we're not hearing anything from himself. So yeah. That's what I just want to give enough for that. I just want to give enough for that. Because it speaks to itself.
All right, y'all. Y'all ready? Here we go, y'all. And brace yourself. Brace yourself. Because, yeah. Brace yourself.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I got you.
My name is Dee, and I am the niece of the trophy wife's husband. Now, I know you know who the trophy wife is because she's been going up and down my timeline for the last couple of days. Her name is Isis, or Paloma, which is her real name. This lady is completely insane. Let's just start from there. Background story. Her and my uncle got together really quick. From what I've been seeing and what I've been told, she thought that she was getting a come up with my uncle. But then when things didn't go her way and she pretty much seen that she could no longer hide the things that she was doing behind closed doors, she ended up trying to find a different route, which was to come on here and lie to you all and tell you that her daughter had been touched by her dad, which that is not the case. Her daughter had been touched by her son, and she didn't want anybody to know because she wanted to try to make it seem like my uncle was the bad guy because she wasn't getting what she wanted in the divorce. I always think that they're the bad guys because it goes.
So we got to address that point right there. We got to address that one. So now, y'all, we are getting a different breakdown of what's going on. Supposedly, it wasn't the father, and this is supposedly coming from the niece of that man that she was married to. And I would say take all this stuff with a grain of salt, just like I took everything she said in the very beginning with a grain of salt. Because if anybody, and I want people to understand this dynamic, if you jumped out the gate and believed the first woman wholeheartedly, what's the difference from believing this woman? Because you know we had that whole movement, believe all women type shit. Well, if you believe the first one, why don't you believe in the second one? You run into that problem where both of their stories are contradicting each other. But right now, the information on the table is the husband didn't touch the kid. It was one of her sons. So I'm gonna let her keep going. But Alexis, did you have anything? Because I want people to understand the dynamic of what we're dealing with.
Nah, I want it to play. Like, if you want to stop, that's fine. But I just want this to play and it to be heard.
All right, I got you.
Both ways. And I am a mother of a black little boy. So for me, I can understand why she would want to cover up for her son, but at the same time, me personally, if my son is doing anything like that and I have other kids, I want to get him the best help possible away from his siblings until he is confirmed better. And I know he's no longer a threat to the other kids in the house, because you can't just sit over there and single out one kid and be like, oh, I'm going to protect this one, but whatever happens to the other ones just happens. That's not okay. And then you want to sit over here and portray to these women out here that, oh, it's okay to be a trophy wife. Just go for that rich man type deal. No, how about go get your own money? How about stop. Please, ladies, please stop waiting on a man to fulfill your life financially, spiritually, emotionally, all this other extra stuff, and find your own way. Do that. Because when you find your own way and you know your self-worth and you know what you are capable of and what you will tolerate and what you won't tolerate, then the good man will come find you. But until you know your self-worth, you're just going to keep picking up anything off the street and being like, oh, okay, he got a little bit of money in his pocket, so he going to treat me right. No. Because the one thing that you don't realize is that man that has that money, he's also got a little brain in his head too. So he also is already aware of these women that's coming out here to do these things to him or to try to trap him in these ways. Just for money or attention or the clout or whatever. Like, come on. We are in 2024, about to be 2025. Why are we still doing these same little tricks? Somebody needs to be teaching y'all how to make your own money, how to get your own way. So then that way, when you do find that good man with a lot of money, then y'all can build together instead of sitting over there waiting for him to give you an allowance or whatever, your little stipend for the month. Be real. Just want to let y'all know, for the crusties and the dusties, please be mindful of what you put out here on the internet, because you could be getting a lawsuit coming to your doorstep for you putting out accusations of stuff that you have no idea about. Everything that I'm telling you right now on this computer screen or on this platform, I'm letting you know that this is the truth. This woman is no records that that little girl has been touched by my uncle. No records. She tried to put it on my uncle that he abused her youngest son, which loves my uncle to death. But the day that her and her ex tried to put out there that my uncle had abused her son, he wasn't in the state. He wasn't nowhere near. So once they went to the hospital and they took the little boy to the hospital, the one thing that they didn't do this time is the social workers pulled him aside and started asking him questions and asked him, who hurt you? Come to find out, the little boy told and said that it was her. Not only that, her oldest son has sent my uncle threatening messages. He has rubbed poop on the walls at multiple family members' house, including theirs. He has pushed his younger brother down the stairs to the point where he had a concussion, and she didn't want to take him to the hospital because she didn't want them to know that she had, a son that had been abusing all her other kids. And then not only that, he hasn't just touched the 2 girls, he's touched all 3 of the kids. He's touched his little brother, he's touched his 4-year-old sister, and he's touched his 2-year-old sister. But all of this will come out eventually. My uncle cannot say anything right now because the case is still open. But my thing is, you're sitting over here saying that he did all of this stuff, but if he did, the police themselves said that he would be in jail. They would have took him to jail as soon as the hospital said, oh my gosh, the baby's been touched. He would have been in booking right away. He wouldn't be out right now working. He wouldn't be out right now being bothered with all of this extra stuff that you're putting on him because of the fact that you want money. Like, what mother uses this platform to sit up there and say, my babies have been raped or my babies have been touched, excuse me, and then sit over there and then try to put a GoFundMe page up? You know why she's putting that GoFundMe page up? Because my uncle has had enough. He's not giving you any money. He's not sitting over there playing into your little schemes where she sits over there and tries to have her kid's father call his phone to get him to talk to the kids so that she can say he's in breach of a restraining order. Like, there's so much proof behind all of this stuff that you all do not realize that is going to come down on her head. But yet you all are sitting over here believing her sob story, not doing your research, and paying her money. This girl has up to $2,000 already on GoFundMe. Probably more now because I haven't even checked this morning. But it's crazy how y'all will go for a black man or go for any man off of what a woman says, like women don't lie every day to get ahead. I am a strong advocate for black women, for women in general, for people in general. But men, I feel like we need to just slow down a little bit. And for you smart ladies out there who sat up there and thought to yourselves, oh, this cannot be true. This can't be, something that a woman would allow, which it's not. It's not something that a woman would allow. I am a victim of sexual assault or rape or whatever you want to call it. And I don't appreciate one bit of the accusations being put out there, especially not just because they're fake, not just because that they're out there just for clout, but because of the fact that this involves a family member of mine who I care about dearly. Multiple family members, if you want to put that out there, because the kids are my family too. The boys are somebody else's. The girls and the last baby are a part of my family. And if they're being harmed in any kind of way, I definitely would want to stand up for them, for sure. But her son is the one that the baby first initially said that was touching her. My grandmother was changing the baby one day and she seen that it was red down there and she said that her brother did it. Now, when they went to court, the court did not believe what she was saying because Paloma had already ISIS had already put out a case against my uncle because my uncle was furious when he found out that her oldest son was touching the girls. So he went out and tried to, seek help to figure out what he should do about getting her son away from the girls so that they would no longer have to go through this. But as soon as he did that, ISIS went and took papers out on him claiming that he did it because she didn't want her son to go down for it. On top of all of this, she's sitting over here acting like she's the best parent in the world when if y'all go look for yourself, y'all will see that she has a child abuse case of her own. Her youngest son was, but it is a record that she had a diaper rash. It is a record that she has child abuse charges against her. It is record that her son has sent my uncle threatening messages. It is a record that she's not telling the whole truth on this platform, what she said in the courtroom. The courtroom that she had my nieces sitting in looking at the wall the whole entire time so that they wouldn't get emotional looking at my uncle because they love their daddy. And now he has to suffer without seeing his kids because of the fact that this woman wants to lie and slander his name because she did not get what she wanted in the divorce. The divorce that she did not put out there, by the way. Because me personally, if anybody had did anything to my kid, oh, baby, I'm going down there first thing and divorcing this person. I'm not about to sit over there and wait. If anybody rapes me or takes my goods without me and my knowledge or without me saying yes, oh, baby, I'm not about to stay married to somebody like that. That's crazy. But for you to sit over there and say that he's done all these terrible things to you, and yet it took him to divorce you and not you to divorce him. Open your eyes, ladies. Stop being stupid. Because this girl is full of lies. Full of lies. Everything y'all heard. First off, let me ask you. Let me get this. Look, who wipes their eyes all the way up here like this when you're crying? Huh? Who does that? Nobody. If I'm wiping my face, I'm wiping all down here because I'm a sloppy crier. And I'm pretty sure most of y'all are too. I don't know why y'all sitting over there trying to act like them housewives doing all that little... No. Let them tears drop if you real. Because if I'm talking about my baby and something like that happen, oh, I don't care if it's ugly cry or not. I'm gonna have snot and everything coming down my face. But this girl could barely even look at the camera the entire time she was talking on this video. I have no reason to lie to y'all. But I want to let y'all know that the disrespect for my uncle, it has to stop. Because this man has done nothing. And the reason why you don't hear him saying anything is because he knows that this is an open case. And when you have an open case, just like we see on The Housewives with Karen Huger and anybody else that goes through a case, you cannot talk about it until the case is over. So ISIS, this is my message to you. I hope to God that you got your ducks in a row. I hope you hired a new lawyer after the last lawyer sat up there and took herself away from your case because she seen that it was no case. So I hope you hired a really good lawyer, or I hope these people give you enough money to where you can get you a good lawyer. Because, baby, you going under the jail. And I hope these people crucify you for all the lies that you have got on here and told. You are not a good person. You are not a good mother. You only... And even right now, you're still out there looking for the next victim. You're out here looking for the next victim. And that's so, like, I'm laughing because that's so fucking sad. But you need not come for me and mine. You need to know that. Because this man does not deserve it. And I know some that do. But he doesn't. So for all of you out there that had the good mind of thinking that she was a liar and that she was just putting on to get sympathy points, yes, she is. And I'm sorry that the rest of you fell for the okie doke and you have egg on your face right now. Because that's what you get for listening to stupid stuff on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat and TikTok. You're listening to that stuff and you don't even know the whole story. You don't even care to find out the whole story. You're just going to condemn a person, say that you wish them dead, that they should be under the jail and all this other extra stuff, when the justice system doesn't even feel that way because they don't have any evidence that he did anything. So please, next topic, next subject. I better not see no more. I better not see no more. Because when he come out, baby, all y'all that's out there right now talking junk are going to be so sick. Because this girl is sick. Her and her son. I'm sorry to say it. Because I don't want to talk about nobody else's kid. But if it's the truth, it's the truth. So they're going to get theirs. Don't worry. They're going to get theirs. And they're going to get the help that they need, hopefully. And I hope all y'all out there that's sitting over there calling my uncle all kinds of names, saying that he needs to die and all this other extra stuff, I hope y'all are the ones that help her get the help. Because y'all need it right along with her. Have a nice day. Signing off.
All right.
You got the flow, man. That was a lot.
That was, and I wanted her to. I didn't want to interrupt her because I had gave such a long-winded, you know what I'm saying, monologue that I felt that I wanted everything she said to be heard. I didn't want it to be disregarded. I just wanted disregarded. I just wanted it to be heard. So I'm glad that she spoke up and what she said made sense along the lines as, like I said, I never went through that, but the fact that she went through and what she knows and saying how she would act, how she moves. So these are two different women with perspectives and lives that are still coming to a similar stance as far as the way you moving is just not you know what I mean? Like,
I can't get jiggy with that shit.
Yeah, so I just wanted her story to be heard. And it was right on point. Like, I really don't have too much to add on what she said because she said everything. She said everything.
The question
and that's
is,
her uncle. She has every right to defend her uncle. So
my question right now is, do you believe her? That's the question.
The cousin or the wife?
The cousin. The reason I asked, I'm asking. Wait, let me change up the question. Not do you believe her? The way that the mother garnered, Miss Isis garnered the emotional response. Did what this lady right here say garner any type of emotional response for you?
It did. It did. As far as the way she presented it and the way she came at it, like, it seemed just as genuine as the girl's first video that we reviewed of her. Her response seemed just as genuine. You know what I'm saying? And like, obvious, I feel like her uncle probably means something to her, like her uncle being a good guy and really like blaming him, like. And then what she said as far as if they had any real proof that he did what he did, he would have been in jail.
Mm-hmm.
If the girls could have told you, or the girl could have told you and confirmed that her daddy did it, they would have listened to the little girl, and he would have been in jail.
Yeah. One thing I was tripping off of, in the first video, she said she was changing her. The girl said the grandma was changing her. But either way, to the first take, she said the mother said she was changing her. And she saw something down there, saw she was irritated. And she asked her who touched her, and she said, Daddy touched me. The cousin is saying, nah. The little girl said to the people it was the brother that touched her.
Well, she, the way that I understood it from the cousin was that it was two different events. She was recapping that old girl said that she asked her daughter and she said it was daddy. And then she's saying that there was a moment where she was over at the grandma's house and grandma was changing her. So these are two different moments.
Hey, I'm trying to figure out, because she said a moment, she said a moment. It could be two different moments. Well, I think they talking about the exact same thing, and they just changing up the story either way. That's what I'm guessing.
That is possible, but I think from the way I interpreted it, just off of my interpretation, she was saying there was two different moments. Just to say that the girl told us it was the brother, and she's saying that she said there was that. So obviously there's some discrepancies.
Yeah.
Point blank, period. That's what I think that she was trying to convey. That there is discrepancies. Yeah.
No, and I can go with that because that would make some type of sense too.
Mm-hmm.
It was a situation we had over here, and the situation you had over there, and we getting two different answers for what happened. So we gonna look. After that video went out, the original lady, the mother, she responded. She came back on the internet. Now I am gonna say that. Matter of fact, I'll save it to the end. We're gonna play the video of her responding to the cousin, putting out the information that she put out and saying what she said. So, you ready to rock?
Mm-hmm.
All right, y'all. We rocking tonight, y'all. This a little long one. Let's get it.
I couldn't get on here fast enough. I couldn't get on here fast enough when I heard people are trying to blame my son. I couldn't get on here fast enough. Couldn't get on here fast enough. I thought I heard someone who I've never met in my life coming on here trying to blame my son. Someone whom I've never met in my life trying to come on here and blame my son for the sick and disgusting things that my daughter's father was doing. This is not a game. This is not a game. How dare you? How dare you blame this on an innocent child? You talk about you got proof? You have proof? I've got proof right here. Right here. Show me your paperwork. Show me your paperwork. You talk about I am saying something different than when I was in court. Honey, you weren't even there. Seeing you in my life. It's not very good. Oh my gosh. Y'all want to see my protective order? Y'all want to see my protective order right here? I'm going to cover my daughter's name. I'm going to cover my daughter's name. In the case of a vulnerable adult and a minor child, a relative, there is a preponderance of the evidence to believe that the respondent committed the following acts of abuse. Statutory abuse of a child. R word or a statutory S offense. Father has been coming into two-year-old and 4-year-old daughters' rooms and SAing them. This is from the judge. There's the case number. It matches the records. There's the proof. There's the proof. There's the proof. I'm done. That's all. I'm done.
All right, so you guys just saw.
All right. We back again. Her video wasn't that long. I will say this ahead of time, and I'm throwing to Alexis. She took that video down like 20 minutes after she put it up. But go ahead, go, Alexis. Is Alexis there? Yeah, there we go.
Yeah. you getting a she said that was a protective order, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You can get protective orders off of assumptions.
Just say anything.
Yeah, so that doesn't prove anything.
The only thing I guess it can prove is that she went to the court, but the old girl said she went to the court.
She went to the court and told them the same story that she told us.
Yeah, like, she didn't deny that you went to the courts at all, baby. She said that. She said that.
Right.
Okay,
Yeah, she didn't deny that. She talked about that.
yeah, she said it's an open case. That's why he can't speak on this.
Mm-hmm.
And he can't see his kids. She talked about all that. So all you did was confirm what she already said.
Yep.
Matter of fact, you go first because I don't want to be an asshole.
Go ahead.
I am more inclined. This might sound fucked up. I'm more inclined to believe the second lady, but I'm still in the box of I don't believe neither one of them. But I'm more inclined because I just don't understand, or maybe it's just me. I can't put myself into the mindset of coming to the damn internet with some shit like that. Why would I want my information? First off, you damn sure don't give a fuck about your kids because we saw your past videos. I don't even think that should be questioned. She don't truly care about her kids. She don't care about her kids more than she care about herself. I'll put it like that. She could possibly care about her kids, but not more than herself. Her personal happiness is number one. What she wants is number one. Because I wouldn't have brought that to the internet and put my business out there. And honestly, you could be a victim, but your children are a bigger victim if this all happened. They're the bigger victim. They're the ones who got something done to them. It's like every time I see some shit happen where it's like an interaction between some black folks and the cops, and a guy gets taken out. Cops delete a black man. I see the mother and the women in the family, like, oh, and everybody's like, let's console her. This fucking dead. That's the biggest victim. I understand you can be a victim too, but she's making this all about her. Now, for the second lady, it's hard for me to trust somebody with those type of earrings. I'm just being honest. I'm being honest. I ain't trying to be an asshole, but I can't. It's really hard to trust somebody with those type of earrings. And then I can also bring into the concept of family members are going to protect family members. And that goes both ways. She wants to protect her uncle. This lady wants to protect her son. If depending on who's telling the truth. But I'm more inclined to believe the second lady just for the simple fact it makes more sense for her to come to the internet and say what she's saying in defense of her uncle because he's being accused of something. And the lady can't act like people can't find out who this guy is. Because in the video that Abner and Preach put up, where she was coaching women, telling everybody how she got married in a week and all this stuff, she had a picture of the man behind her. The internet warriors already know who this guy is. She just gave the case number so people can go look up that case number and find out what, like they can get public information. You can FOIA that shit. And people are already doing that shit. They're already doing it. It's going to be another video to come out tomorrow with more information about this whole situation. I wouldn't. This shit effed up all the way around. But I'm gonna stay myself in the mindset of I'm gonna wait as much as I possibly can, even though I don't believe the first lady. I don't believe her. I'll be honest with you. I don't believe her. But I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, I guess. But I don't like when people automatically run to the internet with shit like this and people automatically just take a fucking side on something, because that's what it was, man. Over 2 million. We looked at it, y'all. 2.2 million people watched that video. She got a Cash App up right now. Somebody gonna look and find that shit tomorrow. It'll be up tomorrow. And she's garnering money from this shit. Like what makes you think a certain type of thing? I'd be thinking a certain type of thing in this situation. Like, is this just for clout? Is it just for money? Is this somebody that's bitter? Does this other girl even know? But she kind of confirmed it. They kind of know each other, I guess, even though the lady said she ain't never seen her before. I don't know, man. This all fucked up. This fucked up all the way around. Alexa, what you got?
Other than, I mean, I think I was balancing my response with both. Like, I feel like I just responded to each video. Yeah, I just responded to each video. How I feel is based off of each video. It's not even that I believe one or the other. I'm just responding to each video and the story that was told. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I'm not even thinking as far as who I believe because things get sticky. I'm just responding and giving my opinion and my emotions based off of the videos that I saw. So, but with that, I do want whoever is responsible to get their due justice. And if a lie is being told, I want that person to be, able to stand up and say, hey, I didn't do this, and here's the proof.
I'm with you on that. Because I think anybody with a reasonable, logical mind, like, look, this shit can go either way. And I can guarantee people are gonna be have their ears to the ground on it. Garnered too many ears and too many eyes.
Yep.
People are gonna be trying to keep up with this. If that man touched those kids, he need to go to prison. If that boy touched them kids, we can't send little small kids to prison, but he need to go to juvie and get some help. He need a punishment. If this shit's all a lie, that lady need to be charged. But I understand they not gonna charge her. Well, she filed. Well, actually, no, it's in the courts now. She can't be charged. She can't be charged, and he need to sue the shit out of her, even if she ain't got nothing. But I know one thing that we can definitely clarify.
No, they're divorcing. So if it comes out that she was lying, he needs to get full custody and.
Yeah, he should. Look, that should be automatic. But they actually are divorced. He said in the first
he can still get full custody. Yeah, this is grounds to reopen the case.
Yeah, because right now he got a restraining order on a protection order where he can't be around his kids, which is crazy. Father can't be around his kids, but I ain't gonna hold it. Look, I'll say this. One thing I know for a fact that came from this, whether the mother's telling the truth or not, she's not a good mother. I'm gonna just say that right now. To put your kids in a situation, if what you're saying is true, the situation you put your kids in, the way that you're moving, you're a danger to those kids. You're a danger. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Fuck. Got a cat in my lap. Y'all don't mind. But now she's a danger to those kids. And they need to be with somebody else. Because she doesn't seem to know how to make the right decision in the best interest of her kids. Like, it shouldn't be me. It shouldn't be. But that's all it seems to be. You laid up and had a kid at 17. Well, you laid up and had a kid, at 17, because that's what you wanted. Not whether you were going to be able to bring that kid into a good situation. And from what I heard, she stayed with the father of that kid to about 20-something. So you ended that, and then next thing you know, you with this older man that's 20 years older than you, being with a guy that's 10 years older than you, you couldn't vibe with that. And you needed to vibe with somebody that was 20 years older than you. You get with this guy and marry this guy within a week of knowing him. Bring your kids in. And if the situation's true and this happens, you carry a lot of that blame. You're not a good mother. Like, and I heard what Abby and Pre said, like, yeah, it's not a lot of women like that. That's a shit ton of women like that. I don't know what the hell they talking about. There's a shit ton of mothers out here that don't give a fuck about their kids. I think a lot of ladies that do care about their kids are in the minority. Because from what I see, man, I see kids. You done been to Walmart. You done been to Walmart before. You done been to fucking Best Buy, Target, and shit like that. We all been there. We done seen people in there with their kids all raggedy up, Spoiled diaper, need to change that shit. Ain't got no clothes on in the wintertime. Every time we hear about these stories of somebody leaving their kids in their car, who the hell is the kid with? I'm like, come on now. I'm not gonna say majority of the good ones. Now I'm saying the minority of the women that stand up here and do what the fuck they need to do. They put their kids in front of you. Like Alexa, she one of those mothers. She put her kids in front of her. She's thinking about her kids before herself. Like, I'm not gonna put you in a situation where you could possibly be harmed. That's the job of a parent. And I keep saying it, man. When people had kids, man, I don't give a fuck about you talking about, man, I'm tired. You chose this situation. It ain't about you no more. If all the people say that's fucked up, fuck you. You got kids, you done brought a life into this world. It ain't about your ass no more, man. You need to fucking be protecting those kids. And then on top of that, where the father at? Where the other father at? Why he ain't got time with these kids? We need to figure some, man, there's a lot of shit that we need to know about it. I'm ready for another update. That's all my thoughts on Alexa. God, I'm irritated. I don't like that lady.
Not you irritated.
I don't like that bitch. Like, look, she a bitch in my opinion. Like, and the second lady, she could be lying like a motherfucker. Because, you know, you get people that come on the internet. Remember the brick lady? Mm-hmm. We had a dude that came on the internet. I was there that night. Oh, but you wasn't there. Your girlfriend came out and said she wasn't there. So it could be another person just jumping on the story. But I don't know, man. Like, from what she told me, I know she ain't a good mother. Now we'll find out about this child shit. We'll find out about this because you didn't garner too many ears to it. So we're gonna find out.
Yep, we are. So like the niece said, you better have all your stuff ready. Have all your you told him, you better have all your stuff together.
I think people need to be a little bit more mindful about what they come to the internet with.
Well, yeah.
There's certain stuff that I don't think you should bring to the internet.
Yeah.
And if you do bring it to the internet, be prepared for what comes from behind it. Like, I just had to have a whole issue talking to somebody else the other day about some shit. Don't get on here and say some shit or do some shit and then get mad and complain when something bad happens. Everybody ain't gonna like what you do. I can get on here and talk about advocating for black folks and wanting black folks to be in a better position. I have black people that come after me. I have white people that come after me. You have no matter what. You get on here and talk about doing things the right way. Oh, you just trying to be a pick-me-sha or some shit. Motherfuckers just say stupid shit because they refuse to do what the fuck is right, and we all know what the fuck is right. I believe everybody has a moral compass. It's just a lot of people just know they can get away with doing the fucked up shit. And they'll keep doing it. That's why when that motherfucker said, well, this shit changed, I don't see it changing no time soon. And that's sad to say.
Well,
your turn.
As I think if we all can have an objective mind frame, objective mind frame as far as or mindset for us to say, hey, like I said from the beginning, 2 + 2 = 4, but 1 + 3 = 4 as well. And not try to get caught up being afraid of telling that person that that yes, I agree, 2 + 2 = 4, but 1 + 3 can as well. A lot of times it's not just either or, it's and both. It's and or both. So that's my thought on it. I really think me and you let enough be said and gave good commentary and good pushback amongst each other as far as how we feel. Even the fact that you said that you're more inclined to believe the second girl, and me just stating it as far as like, yo, it's not even, I'm not even thinking about it. Like, because, you know, of course I can be, I could play devil's advocate to an extent and say, yeah, I could be inclined to believe the first girl, but I want to think objectively because I can see both sides. So I want to say at this point, I don't want to dive into who I believe and who I don't believe. I just want to be able to talk to both and say, yes, that too, but this too. 4 and 5, honey. 4 and 5.
Look, y'all, we came, we saw, we conquered on this one. Look, man, everybody gonna have their thoughts on it, man. Look, I promise you, if we get some updates about this stuff, it's getting covered.
Yeah.
It's definitely getting covered.
Definitely.
And I'll say it straight up: the only victims in this shit, if all this shit is true, is those kids.
It's the kids, man.
That's the only victim. That's I ain't got no sympathy for nobody else in this shit. Not for the man. You marrying a random woman with kids in a week. The woman, you marrying some random 20-year older than you man, old man in a week.
And hold on, real quick. I want to speak to that because you know I'm on the just responding and or both, and I didn't at the time. We have to hold him accountable as well because the second girl did admit that he did. It wasn't like, oh nah, they didn't marry quickly. She did admit and confirm that part of the story. So we have to hold him accountable too for being on that F-ish.
Won't be marrying nobody. Look. If you want to marry somebody in a week, obviously you can do it. It's legal. But anybody with some goddamn common sense, you don't know that person. Look, I'm more for arranged marriages than you marrying somebody you just met a week ago. Because at least in arranged marriage situations, the families know each other and they know the background, and they're trying to partner you up with somebody that they know come from a good family.
They're doing that part. They're doing that part, and even the arranged marriages take time.
That shit's planned out. You know what I'm saying? I'm giving you my son, and he 12. Your daughter 11. We gonna do this when they get old enough to get married. It's planned out for some years. Not no just. Well, you know, I need somewhere to stay. It's like, well, you got to be my girlfriend. You want that? And then next thing you know, it's, oh, we're gonna get married. You know, I know we met on Tuesday, but you know, it's Wednesday now. You know, you ever thought about getting married? Let's get married. Makes no fucking sense. People making bad decisions, and I say this a lot, man. You got a lot of people in society that make bad decisions, and people make excuses for them. There's no excuses to be made in this, because 2 kids, possibly 3, and honestly, we can say even maybe 4. Because if it's true about the other son doing that stuff, all these kids got something fucked up with them. Something doesn't happen to all of them. Shit you just don't wake up one morning and start doing shit. Shit leads to everything, but that's all I fucking got, man. Let's let them know where to find you at and all that in a bag of chips.
You can, as you see, find me on JBJ.
Not literally, y'all.
No, not literally. But
I do it to myself.
Y'all can find me on JBJ Network, giving my thoughts and views on a lot of stuff that he's putting out there. You can find me on Black Man Unfiltered channel twice a month on a Saturday, doing shows called Finding Things with Alexis from Texas. And soon you'll catch me here on Sundays going over some gospel hip hop. And of course, in the great state of Texas.
Oh my God. That's what's up. I ain't hating. I'm trying not to. That is what's up. Look, y'all already know we'll be tomorrow night. Actually, we won't be back up. Rob will be hosting this show tomorrow night, catching up with Big Back for Life. So y'all make sure y'all tune in. I think he'll be doing that around the same time, 9 p.m. Central Time. But we'll be back every other day. Y'all already know how to do it, man. CJ on Sundays, sports talking. But look, man, I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. This situation right here is something that people really need to take to heart, man. Look, man, people need to start actually really giving a fuck about these kids. Don't always talk about you care about somebody. We got a lot of people in society that care about people after something fucked up or they gone. Something fucked up happened to them and then they gone. Like, nah, how about you care about them while they still here? Care about them while things are going on and realize this ain't about us. This world does not revolve around one single person. That ain't me. That ain't you. It's all of us in this bitch trying to figure it out together. So, look, man, take the guidance when somebody try to give it to you. Don't feel like somebody's always attacking you when they're telling you that you're fucking up. Sometimes you need people around you to tell you that you're fucking up. And people need to have enough sense in their mind to sit there and receive that information and actually process it instead of just lashing out all the time. But we gonna see. I promise y'all this. We get an update on this, we'll be gonna be right back here talking about it. Because I got an update on the cop video that I'm already holding on to. And probably gonna get that on Monday. But look, y'all, I appreciate everybody that tuned in tonight. I hope y'all did your boy a favor as usual, but I repeat it again just in case, man. Look, you watching over on Facebook, hit that like, hit that heart button, whatever the fuck. I don't know how you got to do it. Hit that follow button over there. If you watching over on Let's Talk with JVJ or the JVJ Network, like, subscribe, turn them notices on, and share these videos, y'all, so people can see what we got rocking over here. But we gonna get the fuck out of here. Alexis, you did a good job tonight, girl. Appreciate you coming through. She got the world's most valuable smile. Blinding lights. But we gonna get the fuck out of here, y'all. We appreciate y'all. And we'll catch y'all in the next one as always, man. Peace.